choice or just happenstance. It tends to rile your spirit or move your nature arrow in the wrong direction. Now, there's, celebrities that can do this, certain comedians, singers, actors. But mostly this honor or this characteristic can be nailed to the persona of U.S. politicians. And the politician I'm talking about, because this pain in the ass factor, this irk factor, you give me the skis. It has no bias between male or female politicians. I'm actually talking about a female politician, and I'm talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I guess if you listen to any of my Uncle Ricky stuff, if you heard me say anything about Marjorie Taylor Greene, I guarantee you it wasn't good. And so I'm not going to break that record, because what I'm about to say is not good. But I will say that what I'm about to say actually has me smiling, has me happy, because for once, it's not the only time, but for once, Marjorie Taylor Greene got what she deserved: poetic justice. I guess you could say good overcame evil, or people actually stood up and did the right thing in spite of maybe losing personal loss, of money, paid for an event venue. You had people that were closely aligned with Marjorie Taylor Greene, at least on paper, at least optically, that were the ones that raised the initial
really wild. In Georgia, we just go and vote in a primary. But you guys have this caucus system, and I had to learn all about it just a few months ago so I could understand what you go through. I'm a competitive person, so I think it's pretty awesome. And I am expecting you guys, I'm counting on you guys to turn out. And I never got tired of winning. And I think we need some more wins. And America's losing right now. And none of us like it. And it's been a shocking experience the past few years, ever since the Biden administration took over in Washington. But I want to go back in time a little bit. I want to tell you a little bit about me, and tell you why I support President, and pretty much looking at Washington saying that they're the cause of all of our problems. And then when President Trump ran in 2015 in that primary, that was the first time I ever saw a political candidate stand on a presidential stage and speak a language that I understood.
Democracy, how she can destroy the Constitution, how she can make the United States the land of the entitled, the land of the upper 1%, the land of an economic caste system. It's almost there. It's been on the verge for a long time. But her and her group, that's what they want. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about education. They don't care about social advancement. They don't care about equality, because in their narrow-minded minds, and some of them are really, really lacking in the tools that are required to govern. Marjorie Taylor Greene, again, being a prime example.
That event that was supposed to happen tomorrow, January 6th. That marks the third year since the Capitol riot, and there was supposedly a celebration planned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Fox 35's Marie Ettinger is live outside the Westgate Vacation Villas Resort in Kissimmee. So, Marie, this whole situation is going viral right now.
The Republican Party of Osceola County are the ones hosting the event, but that is not going to be happening at the resort you see behind me, and it all stems, according to the party, from a miscommunication. But I set out to find out what that actually was.
The very notion of commemorating what took place on January 6th in this country is deeply inappropriate.
That's what Orlando area Representative Anna Escalante says she felt when she saw the invitation for a January 6th book signing at the Westgate Resort.
Society should be in the United States of America. She doesn't feel that they need change because people are not getting a fair break. She feels that they need change because people like her and her friends are not the ones that are permanently installed as the boss of everything. That's her whole goal. Now, what makes me smile about what happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene? Marjorie Taylor Greene is just like your average entitled Barbie wannabe high school sophomore. Everything is about reputation. Everything is about swag. Everything is about how many lies can I tell and get away with to build up me. Now, Marjorie wrote a book, and the book didn't sell. It's not going anywhere. Of course, it's about her and the MAGA movement and how much America needs Trump and how much America needs God, and it's all basically bullshit. But Marjorie also has been involved in perpetuating the big lie that the election was stolen from Trump, in the trying to rewrite history with changing the January 6th incident for the benefit of Trump, considering he's going to go on trial for some of the actions that he was involved with on January 6th.
Can you tell me how much COVID cash went to CRT?
CRT?
Critical race theory in education. It's a racist curriculum used to teach children that somehow their white skin is not equal to black skin and other things in education.
Yeah. No, I do not know that, but I do know that there's provisions that the federal funds generally are not used, are supposed to be used for curriculum.
Oh.
That's a state.
Oh, Mr. Dodaro, I have to tell you, in Illinois, they received $5.1 billion at an elementary school there that
of every facet of the government, even the branches that are separate but co-equal. Marjorie Taylor Greene believes that her and people like her have the right to redefine democracy as far as the United States is concerned. But Marjorie Taylor Greene just had one of her plans. A lot of her stuff goes wacky because she's a wacky person. It gets broke off in a part of her anatomy that I won't mention. But the thing with this event, she wanted to schedule a book signing at a fancy venue out near Orlando in Florida. You know who lives in Florida, and I'm not talking about Ron DeSantis. I'm talking about, her idol, Donald John Trump. And she booked it as a book signing. The people that set up the date and the contract, they thought it was a book signing. But in the interim, that's the time in between, her public relations group or her campaign group or whoever, somebody that's directly related to Marjorie Taylor Greene, in other words, she had to know what they were doing, sent out invitations to a select group of people they thought were in the same mindset as Marjorie Taylor Greene, to attend a book signing that was a celebration, and it says it right on the invitation, a celebration of the patriots that are still in jail, resulting from the January 6th incident.
The Republican Party of Osceola County are the ones hosting the event, but that is not going to be happening at the resort you see behind me, and it all stems, according to the party, from a miscommunication. But I set out to find out what that actually was.
The very notion of commemorating what took place on January 6th in this country is deeply inappropriate.
That's what Orlando area Representative Anna Escamani says she felt when she saw the invitation for a January 6th book signing at the Westgate Resort. The event was being put on by the Republican Party of Osceola County. The party chair, Mark Cross, says this all started when he got a call from Marjorie Taylor Greene's publisher asking them to host a book signing.
So I jumped at the chance because she's a firebrand speaker and she always draws a lot of people to her events. And it's a way to help energize some of our local folks, so we were glad to do it.
Westgate told me in a statement they were not made aware of the purpose of this event when they were approached to host a book signing. This event has been canceled and is no longer taking place at the resort.
Business enterprises are either under investigation or total business failures. Her success is based on basically, who she was and who she is, what last name she has, and where she is from. She has done. She's done is basically what she's done all of her life is advance herself by raising as much hate and discontent and whipping the, I guess the observers, bringing out the riot reflex in the observers, saying what they wish they could say and then having them fall in behind her as she broadens her path of chaos through whatever situation or scenario that she's involved in. Marjorie Taylor Greene came to Congress raising hell. She's been raising hell every day since she's been there. She has done nothing, contributed to no purposeful, meaningful, long-term legislation. Everything she has been involved in has either been a direct point of embarrassment either to the country, to her party, to her state, and even to herself. But because she's the type of person that she is, she will swear out up and down that she's always right and she's never embarrassed by anything she does, unless it means she's going to jail, and then she'll say she's sorry. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. But this time she got caught, and she got caught because her own people blew the whistle. There's this thing, it brings out a point. There's this thing in the Republican Party. It kind of like goes back to the days of World War II when Germany was run by the Nazis, but all Germans weren't Nazis. All Republicans are not MAGA, and Marjorie Taylor Greene has made the mistake quite often of thinking that MAGA is more important in the Republican Party than it is, and that all Republicans accept everything MAGA that comes out of the mouth of MAGA leaders or MAGA tacticians. I can't even wrap my head around that. But anyway, this is how it is, and she just thinks because she's Marjorie because she's supposed to be down with Trump, because a lot of people look at her as, one of the founding members or one of the big movers of the MAGA movement based on nothing. I mean, what have they accomplished? What has Marjorie accomplished? Of course, she got elected to Congress, but judging by the standards of Congress, modern standards, I mean, even George Santos got elected to Congress. But now, a venue, a money-making venue, said, look, screw the money. No, Marjorie, you're not going to get us wrapped up into the shit. You're not going to bring that mess into this venue celebrating a group or an event that was purposed to destroy democracy, to install a dictator, ruler, authoritarian president, to disrupt the electoral system that is supported by the Constitution, that's supported by tradition, and most of all, has rules of law to support its happening and how it should happen. So we're not going through this. Biden won. We might not even like Biden, but we're not going to be stupid and try to live in a fantasy and support your fantasy. Biden won. January 6th was an attempt to overthrow the government. Trump was involved. All the people that are in jail because their faces got caught on camera doing dumb stuff on January the 6th. The dumb stuff, even though they may be people, maybe your direct friends, maybe they just people that believe the same silly bullshit that you believe, but they got caught doing stuff on camera in the nation's capital that is against the law. And now, just like anybody else, and hopefully including their idol, Donald John Trump, the United States is going to do what they've always talked about, always lived on, the principles that they've always projected, and that is that no person is above the law. This is why people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, the whole MAGA movement, are taking the stance that they're taking now. Remember, they used to be the Law and Order Party. Whenever it was, BLM marching and things got out of hand and laws were broken and some buildings got burned down and some cars got trashed. And they were talking about throwing a book at everybody, doing everything, like it was an armed rebellion and they should be shot on sight and the leaders should be arrested and executed for being traitors to the United States of America. The whole thing about civil rights, voting rights, all of a sudden, conversations that were directly related to inhabitants, residents of the United States, and things that are written in our Constitution and how they are misapplied or not applied or don't seem to matter, especially like in the case of Black Lives Matter, how this nation needs to get right with that. All of a sudden, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and people that think like her, that was being unpatriotic. Because if you change the system, if you change the way that we say that it should be, you destroy my relevance because I'm built on nothing. Money and a name. That's all I got, because if you're looking for achievement to match the fame that I have, it's not there. It's like the fire triangle, but I'm making it work with only two sides. And I'm not responsible for either one of those sides because I didn't make the money because it was left to me by my family. And any money that I am making, probably 50-60% of it is illegal anyway, so I'm not who you think I am. But that's why I bow down and praise the master of being a leader who is not who you think he is. That's our whole club. It's called MAGA. Marjorie Taylor Greene got shut down. Some people did what they were supposed to do. MAGA doesn't get to celebrate a traitorous act. MAGA doesn't get to I guess, edify anybody about or rewrite the story saying that these people were just patriots that were fed up with the government. All the bullshit has to stay in the pile of manure where it belongs so it can be swept out eventually, whenever some of this stuff is recorded. A lot to think about, a lot to meditate on, but be happy, smile, because Marjorie Taylor Greene got her ass shut down. Till next time, peace out and God bless from Uncle Ricky at Uncle Ricky's house.